Alright folks, this is part 2 of the video report out on the Council of 12 show that took place yesterday, November 7th, 2009. The topic was fostering a safe community environment. I was on the topic of some nighttime safety and self-defense and tools of self-defense, talking about pepper spray. So you want to keep the pepper spray in your hand if you're walking home, say at night. If you have to search for it in a pocket or a handbag, while you're searching, you know, we can be overwhelmed and the tool taken from us, the weapon taken from us and used against us. So keep it in your hand. The officer also recommends that you test that tool first. You may need to break the seal, test using it so you know how to use it. It may require a sort of degree of force to use. There may be a safety switch on it, so you want to practice using that before you actually have to use it. And of course, I suppose like a fire extinguisher, you want to make sure it's fully charged. You know, fire extinguishers, there's the same sort of thing. When you get a fire extinguisher, you want to try using it. Of course, there's not much stuff. You know, with fire safety, I recommend if you get a fire extinguisher, a small fire extinguisher, get an extra one and just use it up. Try using it, because there's not much material in the fire extinguisher, and you can easily waste it by not aiming it at the base of the fire. Now I'm off police safety, I'm on fire safety, but you want to know how to use your tools. You want it to get some practice with it, and you know, I think you may want to actually just use up one entire tool, learning how to use it, and then buy a fresh tool that you can then use. So let me just go through my notes here. Oh yeah, we talked about carjackings. I think StatuesqueOne, a council member in the chat room, asked about carjackings. If someone tries to force their way into your car. Now, as I say, you know, hopefully most of the time your car windows are locked, or your car doors are locked, and your windows are up, so people can't just spring in on you. But if they do manage to get in the car, you want to make an assessment. You know, what do they want? Do they want the car, or do they want you? You do not want to drive anywhere with anyone. Do not let them take you anywhere. Do what you can to avoid it. If someone comes in one side of the car, go out the other. Judge the situation carefully, but do not allow them to take you anywhere, because frankly, you may not be heard of again. If they are not wearing a mask and you can see who they are not likely to let you go, so that you can report them to the police and describe them. So you do not want to allow anyone to take you anywhere. Keep your car doors locked. Keep those windows rolled up if possible, or as far as possible. Do not let anyone get in the car. Once you're in there, you got to judge the situation carefully. What else do we have? A question was asked about the powers of citizen's arrest, and basically the officer spoke about the right to self-defense, that basically you have the right to defend yourself. On the broader issue, we didn't talk too much about the broader issue, and I don't know how much this varies by locality. I mean, my understanding is that citizens do have a power of making arrests. Of course, it's a very risky thing to do, to make a citizen's arrest. And I believe there are certain limitations on it. I believe you have to actually observe a felony in place. Now, I mean, I'm not up on particularly on the law. I'm not a police officer, so or a lawyer, so I don't know. But just be aware that you know, when it comes to intervening in criminal activity, you always have the right to defend yourself, the right to self-defense. But if you're going to intervene in criminal activity, you want to be careful. You don't necessarily have full police powers. Okay, so do a little research on that. Call the police. You know, call the police and report the activity. They know what they're doing. They're trained to handle these situations, etc. Interesting points of view when we get back to little personal self-defense weapons. It is lawful for people to own tasers now. So aside from pepper spray, there are also tasers that people can have. and as usual, have that in your hand. Don't go searching for it. You don't really want to be overwhelmed while searching for a weapon, get overwhelmed and have someone take the taser and use it on you. That's risky. So some police departments may offer training on how to use tasers or how to use pepper spray. Look into that, or they may refer you to an agency, an outside private agency that will actually train you, and that's good too. So don't hesitate to report suspicious activity. The police will do an investigation, especially if you give them good information they can rely on. If, for instance, they don't appear to be following up, if your local police department doesn't appear to be following up on the information, call again and request and tell them, look, I called, 5 days ago, 4 days ago, X number of days ago, yesterday, and nothing has happened. I want to know what's the status. Are you going to act on this? So you may need to call and just let them know you haven't seen any response yet. Now I don't know. They may be acting on it subtly, but you want to just make sure that you get a response that yes, we are following up on this, or what have you. But don't hesitate to call and ask the police if they actually are following up on it. If it's a apartment complex, if there's a problem with people loitering in the area, the management of the apartment complex or the management of the business, they should contact the police. They may have an agreement with the police or write up an agreement with the police that the police will respond to certain requests and investigate certain things. That's a handy dandy thing to do too. Conduct: if you are being robbed, don't get within arm's length of the robber, because they can grab you and they can assault you and overpower you. So if someone demands your wallet or your purse, comply. If they just want property, put it on the ground or throw it on the ground and back away. So they will move in on the property, but they can't reach over and grab you. So you want to be, I also think you want to be careful you don't make any quick moves with your hands. Sometimes you don't want to panic anybody, but you want to, when you do have your purse or your wallet, place it on the ground, put it on the ground, and back away so that the person cannot move forward and grab you. Don't just hand a guy your wallet or hand a guy your purse because they can grab your arm. So that's really good advice. If they don't want your property but they want you, now you're in a situation. Don't go anywhere with anyone. You may want to look at the situation of if you're going to attack me here. Don't take me somewhere and attack me, or drive me somewhere and attack me. You may want to just have to confront the situation where it is. But the officer really recommends, do not go anywhere with anyone, because they may not let you go. You could end up, buried somewhere, frankly. We had a case of that, well, I'm talking for myself, but that's another story. But I've known of cases where that's happened. As far as, again, on the topic of block clubs, in this officer's, this detective's experience, oftentimes, he's not aware of many block clubs. There may not be many block clubs in existence. I don't know. The council recommends the communities form block clubs and neighborhood associations. In his experience, what he says he mostly sees is communities coming together after a tragedy, after a crime, and then asking for assistance of the police, rather than proactive block clubs forming ahead of time and being organized ahead of time. People are just organizing after the fact, when the crime has been committed, when the damage is done, or when the attack or what have you has occurred, and it's too late to prevent. And people come together on a crisis basis, and then they want something done and they ask for help. But the council recommends that you be proactive, form a block club, and talk about community safety and about crime. The police may be able to send, your local police department may be able to send people out to mentor youth. What have we else here? I think that about wraps it up. The show is archived. blogtalkradio.com/council-of-one, one word. Listen to the show. It's a great show. I may have missed a few points here. I'm sure I did, because this is just a summary, really. But I encourage you to listen to it. Thanks again. We will have our show next week, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday. That will be the 14th of November. We look forward to hearing from you there, seeing you in the chat room, and taking your calls. Thank you very much. And again, thank you to Detective Simmons for taking the time to spend with the council, with the community. Thank you very much. Cimbolic out.